Okay, this lesson is on flanges, handmade flanges on hand-built projects. So something like a slab mug or a slab box, for example. All of these things are perfect and totally fine to add a flange to. So I'm going to take this mug cup thing, and the first thing you're going to need to have is a lid for it. And typically speaking, you'll have a handle on this so that when you put it on here, it actually will work with that. And then depending on the type of lid that you make or the type of flange, you'll need a different type of lid. So we'll talk about all of those different things. So the first type of flange you're going to make is called just like a seated lid. And what that means is you'll have just a regular lid, and then you'll have a coil that's been pre-rolled, and then you're going to take a rolling pin and you're going to take that coil and you're going to flatten it out. Okay, kind of gently, really softly. You don't want it to be too skinny. And you're going to take that lid that you made and you're going to slip and score. So I'm going to score where I'm going to put this. So what happens is you need to be able to fit the inside rim of this container, and it's got to go on this lid for this particular seated, well, lid with flange, I should say. So I'm going to take this coil right here and just kind of do like a pre-measurement and wrap this around the inside to kind of get an idea of how big I need this flange to be. And then I'm going to go slightly smaller than my measurement, just a little bit. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to slip and score it onto the inside of this. And you want to keep it nice and circular because this is circular. So I'm going to flush that up, make sure that's nice and flat. And then I'm going to kind of make an indication of where this is. Especially if your lid is leather hard, you need to do this. You'll need to score. My lid is actually pretty soft, so I'm just going to add a little bit of slip. And then I'm going to knit it on, just because my clay is already soft and it doesn't need a lot of scoring. Again, you have to slip and score if your clay is leather hard. Okay, so I'm going to put this on here, but now I have to knit this on. That is a requirement. So take your potter's knife, and you have to knit both sides of this coil. So you have to knit the outside all the way around. You have to knit that actual coil together. And then I'm going to knit the inside. Okay. Whoop, 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 whoop. And then you can take a sponge and just clean it all up. Be very careful, it's probably pretty soft, so if you're too rough like I just was, it's going to ruin it. Okay. And the idea with this one is that the flange goes on the inside of your container. Okay, so if this is my container, my lid should fit perfectly. It would set down inside to keep it from rotating back and forth. But right now I'm not going to try that because I know this flange is super fragile right now. So that's the lid on the flange, or I'm sorry, the flange on the lid.